In this video, we're going to talk about SoFi and how 4 of the 5 top shareholders increased their stake during Q1. Now, net exposure to SoFi increased by 13.5% during Q1. Vanguard is the largest shareholder. They currently own 83 million shares. Other top shareholders include BlackRock and State Street. Now, this is the daily chart. And what you can see is we had a def cross. That's where the 50-day, which is in red, crosses over and below the 200-day, which is in yellow, back in March. And typically that signals downside risk. However, since March, pretty much to the current price has been range bound. SoFi had earnings back in April of the 29th, in which we saw a gap down, only to meet and be met with buyers. However, if I just pull this rectangle to the right to match current price, pretty much price continues to be range bound. You did have a false breakout to the upside twice, and you had a false breakout to the downside 3 times. Now, let's scroll out to the weekly chart, and bigger picture levels, we have support at $6.50, and we have resistance near that $10 level, and below the current support at $6.50. Below that, we have a monthly buy level. This is a back up the dump truck level. However, I'm not sure if price is going to get back to these levels anytime soon. Now, SoFi stock is down by about 30% so far this year. That comes despite an impressive first quarter earnings report that saw revenue grow by 37% year over year. The SoFi stock bears argue that the company should be valued as a bank. SoFi announced in January of 2022 that the Office of Comptroller of the Currency and the Federal Reserve have approved this request to become a bank holding. Now, when you become a bank, you want to be compared to other banks. And so banks are often valued using the price to book ratio. SoFi currently trades at a last 12-month price to book multiple of 1.2. That compares to JP Morgan's multiple of 1.8 and Goldman Sachs multiple of 1.5. Now, at the same time, JP Morgan's trailing 12-month revenue compound annual growth rate is 16%. Goldman's is 4.6%, and SoFi is a whopping 34.6%. So, from a valuation standpoint, if we're going to categorize SoFi as a bank, SoFi wins hands down. So, who are the largest shareholders? They're all from Wall Street. Again, I mentioned Vanguard at 83 million shares, BlackRock at 42 million, Silver Lake Group 31 million, State Street 16.5 million, etc. So the big banks and Wall Street folks own SoFi as they believe, obviously, in the company longer term. This is the monthly chart, and the chart suggests one can go long now. Look for your first target to come in at the $10 level.